Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily Wednesday news show. Hugo is on holiday, but it's all right, I'm here, I've got you covered, and we've got a ton of stuff to get through. So we're kicking off with some ice climbing news, and this year we're going to be following the UIAA World Cups in a similar way to the way we follow the IFSC, so let's get cracking. The first round of the season was held in Cheongsong in South Korea. Athletes from all over the world arrived to try to get their season off to a good start. In the speed finals, it was between two legends of the sport, Russia's Maria Tulkalina and Ekaterina Kosheva. It was Tulkalina who took the win with the smallest of margins separating them. For the men, the favourite to win was Russia's Nikolai Kozlov, but there was an upset when Anton Nemov took the victory. The lead finals are always the showcase of the UIAA World Cups. It was Maria Tulkalina who was again on form, narrowly taking the victory from second place Shin Woo-sen. The men's finals became a showdown between Nikolai Kozlov and Park Hyung. Both athletes topped the route, but it was Kozlov's faster time that secured him the victory. So we're working with the UIAA all this season. At the end of January, on about the 25th, we're heading to Sasfay to film their World Cup there. And it's the crazy one inside of a parking lot where they go up through a multi-story and there's like hanging ice blocks and cars and all types of craziness. So we'll be bringing you our usual Climbing Daily highlights from that competition. Now from ice climbing to bouldering, and we're going to head to the UK where Orin Colley has climbed the 8B Plus Voyager sit start. The sit start to the classic Voyager problem was first climbed by Ben Moon in 2006. Orin trained specifically for the route, rebuilding his shoulder strength after injury. The boulder has a lot of history amongst top climbers, and Orin was understandably delighted to send it. So whenever I seem to go to one of those British bouldering events, Orin is always there. He seems to be there before anyone else, warming up, and he stays later training, so he works very, very hard. And having stood underneath that boulder and touched some of the holds, I can confirm that it's absolutely nails. It's a nice one, Orin. So more bouldering news this time from Colorado in America. Isabel Foust has climbed numerous hard boulders, and the Wheel of Fortune 8B is her 17th of the grade. It's taken her a while to work the boulder and practice the big moves that feature on it. Nice one, Isabel. There's a great write-up of that on 8a.nu where she talks about being injured and the fact that that boulder was almost her sort of therapy. It was the way she came back from injury because the big moves that featured on that route she couldn't do because of the injury. So it's a great little story, that one. Now we've got some mountaineering news, and Ines Papa and Luca Lindic have put up the repeat of a very, very hard route. The 600-metre route is on the west face of Cima Tossa in the Brenta Dolomites. The pair described amazing but challenging climbing with conditions harder than expected. There was thin, hard-to-protect ice lower down on the route. They descended via 3 abseils to get back to the tent and eventually the valley floor. So those two have been smashing out hard routes for a while now, both in Europe and in the greater ranges, and they seem to have formed a pretty good partnership, so big things to come from them in the future. Now Jan Hoyer has climbed his second 9A in Spain. Jan, who competes in the IFSC World Cups and came third in the combined World Championship in Innsbruck, has climbed Amueta in Siriana. Jan is focusing on Olympic qualification this year, but is using the off-season to get some rock climbing time in.
Hello, Jan. Come on. Strong, Jan. Come on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Nice one, Jan. Excellent with your second 9A. And again, it's cool to see all these competition climbers take it to the real rock. It seems to be a real training process for these guys that they climb outside and then they compete inside. So hopefully this is a trend we're going to see more of, and not everyone's going to be a gym rat. Fingers crossed. Now it's time for the 9B counter. So if you tuned in last week, you'll have heard Hugo's idea for the sort of numbered counter. So you get different points for 9B, 9B+, 9C, and for 8C boulders, 8C+, and 9A boulders, if if anyone can do one of them. Now, we had a huge response from you guys last week, and we're still working through all of them, but it seems like you guys like the idea of it, so this points-based system. But there was an awful lot of suggestions that were saying we should separate bouldering and sport climbing. So there should be an 8C counter boulder winner and a 9B sport winner, and then perhaps an overall, but it's mainly separated. So we're taking it all on board. We are planning for this. And I've noticed that people have already started tagging us, but it leaves me in a bit of a conundrum because we were tagged with this photo the other day that I can't trace. Someone was implying it was an 8C boulder. I've looked. I haven't got a huge amount of time to look, so I need your help. If you were the person who tagged that picture, or if you know who that picture is, or if it is an 8C boulder, then comment underneath the show and let me know so we can stick it in the counter for next week. Cool. So, videos on the EpicTV website, and by far the most exciting one on there at the moment is the next episode of La Sportiva Living Legends. Now, Hugo and our cameraman Matafi produced and created that video. It's excellent. It features Rolando Larcher, who is a legend of the Italian climbing scene, hence La Sportiva Living Legends. Check out this little teaser.
Io ho sempre cercato di fare la mia attività, trasportato dalla passione, dalla ricerca del piacere e benessere che ricevo dalla scalata e dall'amore per la montagna. Ora certamente faccio parte della vecchia generazione, ma forse perché frequento spesso i giovani e per le mie vie, sia quelle di Falese ma soprattutto le multipitch, che ora vengono scoperte e rivalutate dai giovani, e perché anche sono in piena attività, ottenendo ancora discreti risultati. Diciamo che la terza fase la vivo in modo attivo e sereno. Ho ancora l'entusiasmo per la scalata e tutto quello che gli gira attorno.
It's a brilliant film, a little bit different from the previous one, which was Neil Gresham's movie. This one is looking back at his life and what he's done, and if you don't know who he is, you really should, because he is a big, big part of our sport. So do go and check that film out on the EpicTV website right now, and there's a link in the description below. Now, the winter sale is underway on the EpicTV shop, and we've got loads of bargains and discounts to be had, lots of package deals and all that kind of stuff. So you can click on that in the description below. The thing with these winter sales is once the stuff is gone from the outlet store, it's not going to come back because they're clearance items, or maybe they're slightly weird sizes, or just a variety of reasons. But once they're gone, that's it. They're gone. You can't get them back again. So do go on if you want a bargain and check that out. That's kind of it for today, I think. Hopefully you're still joining us for our Instagram live sessions every day at 4:30 Central European time-ish, for as long as we can keep that going. And we just talk about what we've been up to on Climbing Daily, some inside stories, you get to see behind the scenes stuff, and you get to preview and see today the day's Climbing Daily before anyone else has. So do go and check that out on Instagram. Cool, that's it. Hope you have a brilliant weekend planned. Hope you're having an amazing week, and I'll see you soon.